deal with any of the bull. Check in on the Pat Beverly podcast, where the newest member of the Philadelphia 76ers described his process for teaming up with the process. Take a listen.
This is a Hall of Fame coach that just got fired. His response, exact words. I love Philadelphia for you. They need you. You will be great with Joel. James, he respects you. You will be great with him. If I had you last season, we would have been a different team. Shout out Doc Rivers too, baby. It's my man. So shout out Doc.
Okay, well, I wish Philly had known that, because they could have been the team to claim him off of waivers when the Magic got rid of him last year. Patrick Beverly, it is July 5th? Mm-hmm. From July 6th of last year to right now, that's 364 days. He has been a Minnesota Timberwolf, a Utah Jazz, never played for him, though, a Laker, regrettably, a Magic, never played for them, a Bull, where his only moment of note was the too small stuff, and now a Philadelphia 76er. And he is such a difference maker that
that's a good moment,
not only is he on a minimum, but he didn't even get the fun minimum like the Suns guys got, or Russ got, with the player option in the second year. It's like, nah, bro, we can't deal with that. So
that's he was proven right there, too.
I tried to tell you guys about that. So you guys bought me a silly Patrick Beverly jersey that I think you still have somewhere. But the end is
I do
not.
still have it, Pat.
Okay, there it is.
There we go.
And so
you never
why
wear
did you
this.
take it home?
Here's
Wear it
listen,
summer, you can have your arms out.
Patrick Beverly once was a useful player in this league, and that was alongside James Harden. But that time has come and gone.
But now?
And so I do find it interesting that they are bringing him in, if nothing else than to show their confidence that they might keep Harden.
Right.
But no, I mean, he's going to be the 11th man. He's not.
I definitely think it's related to Harden. And look, his best days are behind him. There's no doubt.
You don't say.
But
yes, exactly.
I like it. I like it. If he can't get on the court, you know what? I think he'd be good in your locker room.
No.
I think he's good for confidence.
True.
I think he will be Harden's hype man. Harden had some bad moments even with Beverly there in Houston, right, in the playoffs. But I do think maybe he can get Harden going. Hype him up. Get his confidence.
There for? And P.J. Tucker at least is good at basketball still?
I'd like a little help. I'd like a little help, and that's Patrick Beverly. I'm not down on this. I think that, look, I don't think it would have changed anything last year, so I disagree with Doc on that. But I agree with Doc on, I like Bev there. They need you.
No,
they need a little more tough.
They need a little.
They need a little more tough.
He's great for vibes.
Then why did teams keep trading him and waiving him? Why do teams that have him and experience him?
You mentioned Orlando. Who'd you mention? Orlando.
Okay, so
Chicago.
LA
Those
couldn't
are
wait
bad
to get
teams.
rid of him. Orlando.
Why did LA sign him?
Orlando, the moment, because they made him. It was
Orlando, you don't need a guy like that because you're not any good. Sorry, Wild.
Okay. Chicago was a play-in team last year. They were up 3 on Miami with minutes left. Maybe they could have been in the finals.
They're not good enough.
Hold on. They got the Patrick Beverly experience. They could have had him for, let me check, the least money you're allowed to pay a player. And they were like, no thanks. So, like, what are we talking about?
He can't hurt.
He does hurt. That's why teams
Doc
keep
said
paying him to go
Harden
away.
respects him.
I like him.
Doc says Doc's not the coach there anymore.
Well,
it's Nick Nurse.
Get him in
It was a
there.
nice move from Doc to recommend.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Nick just is down.
No, and I like. Okay,
Just because he said we had the worst show on television.
No, that's not why.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I mean, no, but to be fair,
I changed everything I said.
Honestly, I think it was a shot at Nick.
it was just me.
I still think
it's just me, and that's fine. But I am not responding to that because my commentary on Patrick Beverly far predates him ever firing back. And he's welcome to fire back. That's what listen, he has a much longer future podcasting career than basketball career ahead of him. So I don't blame him for that.
So
but
does everybody.
He's just
That's
been
not fair.
Oh, well, it's
Podcast could go on for 35 years.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Year 36.
Okay, go
what
ahead.
happens to podcasts?
Okay, go ahead.
In any event, let's check in on James Harden. Last spotted at Michael Rubin's party, which was a blast. Left early in the Uber situation. Oh, don't get me started, huh? What's going on? Anyways, overall, good times. Harden was there, posed for a lot of pictures. Here's some with his current teammates. Now, he also posed with Tom Brady, and I don't expect him to play football, but this seems like a positive development. Brew, should Harden consider staying in Philadelphia?
He should more than consider it. He should stay. This is the best place for him. Now, you know, I like him with the Clippers, right? That'd be a heck of a big three. But here's the problem. They're not healthy.
Oh.
I mean, like, of all the teams, Phoenix and the Lakers, that we have to say,
the Clippers
if healthy,
are the worst.
By far.
By far.
Paul George has missed an average of 35 games since he's been a Clipper, the last 4 years, all right, per season. Kawhi Leonard's missed an average of 40 games since he's been a Clipper per season. There's no reason to think both of them will be healthy for the playoffs. And if Harden goes there, you're still. What if they get hurt and they don't have a really good season, and Harden has to do too much, and it's not the same, and he has a lot of bad moments? How much money is he getting as a free agent next year? Stay in Philly. I don't think they'd win the championship, but hey, they'd have a shot. And if he plays well, they'd have a better shot. So go out there, stay in Philly, play well. And
you feel that way even if they trade for Dame? Would you?
No, then I think it becomes like it's more Philly. What do we want to do? We don't really need Harden then. Like now, if they don't get Dame, I think they still need James to some degree.
So here's the problem for James. This Philly is not desperate to trade him, and I don't see anyone right now desperate to trade for him.
No.
So the questions, the teams that I when I was going over this, I'm like, could they, right? So aside from the Clippers, and we know about what the Clippers offer is, it's not overwhelming. I like Norm Powell as well. I'm not sure they would give up Powell and Mann, but if I'm Philly, I want them both. But
if you get Dame, you want those.
Right. So if Miami doesn't get Dame, could they pivot and give you a lesser version of our offer for Dame for James Harden?
Yeah.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I don't think it's like, hey, Victor, we're going to teach you how to be a pro.
Right.
Here's James Harden.
No.
All right. I think a team that I think he would work really well on, and they'd love to have him, but they don't have the assets, is the Lakers. I actually think that fit would be good, but they don't have the assets to do it. The Pelicans have the assets, but I don't see it happening. The one team I came across that I'm like, I bet James would enjoy living there. They kind of are in this no man's land, and they have the assets. Is Toronto?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is the Raptors
Don't
maybe
get Bruce started.
could do it? Right.
But they wouldn't be very good.
Well, but they're
okay.
like, what are the Raptors trying to do though? You know what I mean? Like they seem to be in a weird.
take the
Let
expiring
Fred VanVleet
contract
walk,
and let him
but then they still have Siakam and.
I
So I'm not sure. I just might just to quickly here.
You think Miami's the best place outside?
I just
the Clippers?
think that unless
How's he
Daryl
and he
falls
coach?
in love with the Clippers offer, I think he's going to be like, yeah, we're going to wait. And I don't want to make too much of these Instagram photos. But James doesn't seem like it's not like a Ben Simmons Embiid thing. Like I can never play with him again. I don't think that's what's happening.
So why isn't this on Embiid? So here's what Embiid said about Jimmy Butler once Philadelphia played the Heat. I won't sit here and say I didn't wish he was still my teammate. I still don't know how we let him go. So if Embiid wants James Harden to stay, why doesn't he say, you know what, I'm the MVP. I don't want James Harden to go. Don't let him go.
I don't think,
not hold him, but make it work.
I think part of that is respecting the player's wishes. Like, we always see guys say, look, he got to take care of his family. I'm going to stay out of his pockets. Harden has come out, or, the reports that he wants to be traded. So it's not Philly.